Hari Om. So yesterday in Prahlada Stuti, we came across a very important clue or a formula how to reach Krishna or how to feel Krishna, how to experience Krishna, how to go beyond all limitations. It was said, Kita Peshas Krutu, like the wasp and the bee. I said everything, but I didn't say the clue there. The wasp and the bee, how it happens, the wasp continuously in hatred, thinking about the mother bee, becomes the mother bee. That is the clue. That is the wasp, by continuously meditating upon the mother bee, becomes the mother bee. So also, how? In hatred. Even in hatred, the wasp becomes the mother bee. So, even in hatred, if you continuously think of Krishna, you will become Krishna. Therefore, it was said, Gopyah Kamad, Bhayad Kamsaha, Dveshyad Chedyad Nrupaha, Sambandhat Krishnayah, Snehat Yuyam, Bhaktya Vayam Prabhu. Kenapi Upayena Manah Krishneni. Doesn't matter how you think of him. Think of him in hatred. Think of him in love. Think of him as a friend. Think of him as a relation. But think of him continuously. You shall become Krishna. Why shall I become Krishna? I am happy with what I am. God bless you. Krishna you have to become because Krishna is Sachidananda. Kru is Sat, Na is Ananda. Kru Bhuvachakaha means matter. Na Ananda. So, by implication, it is Sachidananda. Bhu plus Ananda, that is in matter, out of matter, conditioned, unconditioned. Saguna, Nirguna, both Krishna only. All that you see is Krishna only. There is nothing other than Krishna. Yatra yatra manomadiyam, tatra tatra tavaswarupam. Yatra yatra shiromadiyam, tatra tatra padadvayam te. Right? Therefore, you want that status? You want that status where there cannot be change because you are all pervading? Because you want to be Krishna, Anandamaya. You want to be Krishna, attractive, Karshati iti Krishna. Karshati iti Krishna. You want to be Krishna, who erases, scraps all your vasanas. You want to be Krishna, who plows, cultivates your mind. Then you have to become Krishna. The way to become Krishna is Kenapi Upayena Mana Krishne Niveshyet. That was that Kishta Peshaskrut. In Atmabodh, the same thing has come, Brahmara Keitavat. Right? So that was one thing I missed. This up and down, I always have the habit. If I miss something, previous day or someday, I will come back. One more very, very, very important thing I missed. This whole dialogue, the whole narration of Bhagavata took place in Naimisharanya between Suta and other Maharishis, Shaunaka being their mouthpiece. Naimisharanya, Nimisha, winking. Naimisha, no winking. If there are thoughts, you cannot stop winking. If you are not winking, there are no thoughts. There are only three conditions. If you are not winking, three conditions. Sleep, samadhi, or gone. Then only you won't wink. So, naimisha, not winking, means it's a samadhi state. It's a samadhi state. There is no winking there. Naimisharanya. So, it can be a physical place, but it can be felt in you. Naimisharanya. Most of these Puranas or Itihasas, they have an element of history and an element of mysticism. So history, physical place, Naimisharanya is there. But symbolic of the Naimisharanya in you, because where you don't wink, you are in Samadhi state. You are in Samadhi state. That's where it happened. Between whom? Suta and Rishis. Rishis are generally considered to be either Raja Rishis or Brahma Rishis. Mostly in this type of satras, it is Brahma Rishis. But the narrator is Suta, lower. Who is a Suta? Born to a Brahmana and Kshatriya combination. He is a Suta. Everywhere the narrator is he. Why? He should have the wisdom of a Brahmana, the courage of a Kshatriya. Yatra Yogeshwara Krishna, Yatra Partho Dhanurdaraha. Both Yogeshwara and Dhanurdaraha. Right? So that is the background. And then I last night got several complaints. You cheated us. You cheated us. You rushed through Gajendra Moksha, which is very important. Then I realized I did not cheat in one, I cheated in all 4 episodes. Right? So we shall go through them in a hurry and pick up Krishna where we left. So this Gajendra Moksha, there are some aspects in all religions, like love. No religion says hate. Right? And surrender. Every religion says surrender is the way. Every religion says love is the way. Every religion says serve. Right? Every religion says self-control. Several things are there. But main things in all religions is love and surrender. Love and surrender. In fact, they are not two different things. You love somebody, you don't assert your identity. You surrender your identity to the other person. If the other person doesn't like coffee, I also stop coffee. If other person likes Coca-Cola, I also take Coca-Cola. tadatmyam, tanmayatvam. So when you love Bhagavan and it is unconditional, you become one with him. There is no you left over there. If you is left over, it's not bhakti, it is vibhakti. What is a vibhakti? Differentiates each from the other. Pradama vibhakti, Dvitiya, all differentiations. Bhakti unites. Right? So therefore, our God Gurudev said the teacher's job is to teach how to surrender. Why surrender is so important? Because not having surrender is to maintain your individuality. I am so and so. The body first starts with, then my relationships, my mind, then my analysis. He looks good, he looks good, he doesn't look like that. Because differences. My analysis. Right? All this starts with the thought that I am this body, form. Kara. Aham, common in all. Beautiful. But aham associated with an akara becomes ahankara. That's called ego. A notion about you. A notion about you. And that is what creates the thick coat of thoughts which become a cave in which Bhagavan is hidden. To experience Bhagavan, this thick layer has to be removed. The basis of that is this ahankara. Surrender this ahankara at the altar of the Lord, then you shall experience him. That is why surrender is important. What else can you give? Tyaga, sannyasa. What will you give? Have you brought anything when you came? Everything belongs to him. What you will give? Everything belongs to him. You can only give what is not his, is your ahankara. That is called surrender. What is ahankara? Aham karomi. I am the doer, and therefore I am the enjoyer. Kartrutva, bhoktrutva, bhavana. This is called ahankara. Surrender, kartrutva, bhoktrutva, bhavana. Since you are not the actor, you do not expect any results. Therefore, karma phala tyaga. These are the three aspects of karma yoga. When done, you experience the God that you are. Right? And this, most of the 8 people have it. Therefore, 8th skanda is all about surrender. 8th skanda is all about surrender. 3 stories. Gajendra, Amritamanthan, and Vamana. All talk about surrender. Gajendra was a great Pandyan king, a great devotee, continuously engrossed in Bhagavat Puja. Once Agastya Bhagavan was coming, yesterday I told it, but I had to connect some thoughts. Agastya Bhagavan was coming. He didn't want to leave his puja. Agastya Bhagavan appreciated that. Mark me, I'm changing the story. How I am changing? Because that is the truth. No sadhu, no rishi will ever curse a devotee because he is engrossed in Bhagavan. All curses in Bhagavatam are meant for their welfare. Every curse, starting from Parikshit curse. Because of that curse only, Parikshit got emancipation. So, Agastya Bhagavan said, this man is such a good man, I should hasten his moksha. This process of karma will take time. His doing puja and all that will take time. But his heart is good. He's a good fellow. I must hasten it. I should create a condition where he surrenders this ego. So he cursed. You are so hot-headed, you don't recognize me, you don't get up. So you will be born a bloated head, Gajendra. He cursed. He was born. He was not born as a Gaja. He was born as Gajendra. That means king of Gajas. What is Gaja? Gacchati jayate. That which goes and that which comes, ego. Ego is Gaja. The fellow was at the height of ego, therefore Gajendra. Right? So, fellow was so haughty, so proud, and so strong. When this fellow walks, hundreds of wives, therefore thousands of children, and being the king, thousands of other things, all together go. Mountains shake when they go. Mountains shake. And normally, if elephant dreams of a lion, it dies. Simha Swapna, it's called. But here, Simhas run out of fear of him. Comes to, he smells lotus. What a beauty, narration. He smells lotus. Therefore, he knows there is a lake somewhere. He was thirsty. He follows the direction of the smell and comes to samsara. All of us are driven to samsara through the smell, means senses. Through the senses. Right? He comes there. He wanted water. He is thirsty. He could have been on the shore and taken it. All of us have to be in samsara. But why do you think this has samsara? It enters there and flashes water. That is the elephant's way. Okay. Flashes on all the wives. Terrible disturbance is created. Whole thing was, because thousands of people, this fellow is disturbing all this thing. So one crocodile got upset. That's again another curse. Again, another curse. Don't ask me who. I will tell you later. No, you just enjoy it. Is haha. Right? And that fellow catches the feet of who? Gajendra. Who is Gajendra? A devotee. Therefore, that crocodile also gets emancipation, having caught hold of the devotee's feet. You don't know Bhagavan? You don't know Shastras? Not necessary. Do not leave satsang, catch hold of a devotee. You will be liberated. Catch hold of a devotee. You will be liberated. Bhagavan, if he is insulted, doesn't care. If his devotee is insulted, he cannot take it. Bhakta paradena. Bhakta paradena. So, he caught, and then thousands of years, all, we said thousands of people came, they all tried to pull him out. They all tried to beat the Makara. Nothing happens either to the Makara nor to this thing, they cannot bring out. Why? Karma cannot liberate you. Pulling out, beating, no karma can liberate you. It is surrender that liberates. Surrender happens through knowledge. Surrender happens through knowledge. Knowledge of what I think I am and what I am. This what I think I am has to be surrendered at what I am. So therefore, he all struggled thousands of years, couldn't do anything. Then he said, Purva Janma, he was a great devotee, That memory came to him. And he said, now for me, he alone is the solution. He starts surrendering. In the process, he discovers, what's the point of my asking Bhagavan to save me in this life? Another 20, 30 years, then I had to die. So he put a petition to Bhagavan to come and save him. Immediately sends another WhatsApp message. Sorry, there is an error. There is an error. Don't come to save me from this death. I am constantly under fear because of Ajnana, Avarana. Release me from that Ajnana, Avarana, because of which I am under constant fear. If that you are doing, come. And how will Ajnana, Avarana be cleared? Through knowledge. Where do you get? Vedas. Therefore, Garuda Chandomaya. Chandomaya means Vedas. Chandomaya means Vedas. Bhagavan rides on the Vedas. Comes, gives you the correct vision, Sudarshana. And the ego is cut off. And this grip of the samsara, the crocodile, is cut off. Simultaneously, both are released. Samsara is released from you, you are released from the samsara. Crocodile becomes Gandharva. He regains this thing, but he is liberated now. Pandiraja. Right? So, surrender is the only way. Anyatha sharanam nasti, tomeva sharanam mama, tasmat karunya bhavena, raksha raksho janarthana. Anyatha sharanam nasti, tomeva sharanam mama, tasmat karunya bhavena, raksha raksho janardana. You should try this every day, but not like what I am doing. You should do it as Gajendra does. Two, three slokas. The whole thing is beautiful. Gajendra Mocham is unparalleled poetry. Unparalleled poetry. Especially in Telugu. Potanas. Yesterday I sang two. Today I will tell one. Lavakkantiledu, dhairyamu vilolambaye, pranambalun tavul dappenu, dassan remembayedan, nive tappa itapparam veruga, deenunin mannimpadakun ravave varada, ravave varada, samratchimpu bhadratmaka. You should alone save me. Right? So, Sanskrit comes close to that. A lot of beautiful verses. Just 2, 3, I will give you sample, because not doing that is not fair. Samaha sahasra vyagaman tataha gajendrasya manobala ojasam kalena dirghena mahan abhudvyaha. Mahan abhudvyaha. All his energy is spent off in time. Sahasra, thousands of years he fought. And his bala, all, and ojasa, energy, strength and energy, bala and ojasa have diminished. And now he says, Namam ime gnataya. These relations of mine, these cousins of mine, Namam ime jatasya aturum gajaha kutaha karinyah. These, my army, my people, my ministers could not save. These female ladies where they are going to save me. Karinyah, female elephants. How they are going to save me? Prabhavanti, mochitum, free to me, free me. Grahena pashena vidhatu. I've been caught by the graha, the crocodile. Avruto api aham chatam parayanam. Now I shall seek that ultimate goal, ultimate abode. Yah kaschana ishaha balinaha antagoragat prachanda vegataha abhidavato brisham bhitam prapannam paripati yad bhayat mrityu pradhavata aranam tam yimahi. Yah kaschana ishaha. He, whoever he may be. Yaha kaschana ishaha. That Lord. Antaga uragat. The serpent of death, time, is chasing me. He who can chase faster than that and kill that, please save me. He who can run faster than that Kala Sarpa, please save me. Right? Isha worship says faster than the fastest. Right? So faster than the fastest is the Lord is there everywhere. And he prays like that. And then all other gods. Because he didn't say, Subramanya come, Shiva come. Nobody came because ID was not given. No, this thing was given. They said, this is wrong number. Right? And only Narayana, because he's all pervading, he came. At that time, I told you, he modifies his prayer. Jiji vishe na aham iha amaya kim antarbahishcha avruta yo bhayonya ichchami kalena na yasya viplavaha tasya atma loka avaranasya. That Atma Loka Avaranasya, that cover, I want that to be removed. Otherwise, what is the point on living? Every moment you are scared of something. Every moment. Today, how many of you have noticed? I put something in the Shri and within 1 minute I took it off. I put something in Shri. Within 1 minute I removed. You know why? I got frightened. Because today you can't cut jokes also. They are twisted. You understand? So fear everywhere. Fear everywhere. Yesterday night I didn't sleep. I did slipshod work. People could have rejected, tomorrow nobody will come. Fear. What will he think? What will she think? Fear. What the other person thinks, what's my problem? Right? You can't get out of this fear as long as you have the feeling you are the body, because it conditions. It's limited by space. It's limited by time. It's subject to disease, decay, death. Dvayat bhayam bhavati. Only through Advaita Bhavana, fear can go. Right? So he modifies the thing and Bhagavan comes through Sudarshana, and when Bhagavan comes, he plucks up the lotus from the same river and throws it to Bhagavan. As he saw the Bhagavan coming on Garuda, he throws it and says, who has to save? Bhagavan riding on the Vedas. So how does he come? Guru. Guru only can give the knowledge. So Narayana Akila Guru Bhagavan Namaste. Narayana Akila Guru Bhagavan Namaste. Narayana Akila Guru Bhagavan Namaste. Rest is all over. Then in Amrita Manthan, Bhagavan says, a few things are very, very interesting. Bhagavan's great strategist. Many places he avoids bloodshed and all that. Same day, Muchukunda, Jarasindha are coming. Few lakhs of people, millions. His people will also die even if he wins. So he built in Dwaraka in the sea and tries to attack. Jarasandha defeats. Muchukunda is coming with a bigger army. And he's a Yavana. Yavana must be Greek. So they have guns and bullets and all that. So he said, this fellow, this is not the way to tackle. So he pretended as though he's afraid and running off. That fellow started shouting, Ranchod, Ranchod. Leaving the battle is not befitting of Yadus. He didn't care. You and I, for a small thing, will fight and give our life. Bhagavan is a strategist. He goes into a cave where somebody was sleeping. This man chases and he saw somebody sleeping. He thought Bhagavan is sleeping. Oh, you were playing this drama. Ran off from me and pretending as though you were nobody sleeping with a cover. He kicks him. Muchukunda Maharaj gets up, sees him, is burned to ashes. Because Muchukunda Maharaj fought for the Devas, got a victory. Devas said, what boon you want? I'm tired, thousands of years I fought, I want to sleep. Then they said, you sleep as much as you want. Anybody who wakes you up will be burned to ashes. So Yavana was burned to ashes by Muchukunda Maharaj, this thing, strategy of Krishna. And another strategy of Krishna. Aditi said, my son is hiding in a lotus stem in Kailash. Ran out of fear of this Bali. We have lost kingdom. We have lost everything. So she asked the husband, he said, do Payovrata. You will get Bhagavan as your son and he will protect you. She does it. Even before that, Bhagavan appears and says, Amma, what you want? Your son to come back. He to take the Swarga. And you want to see your children playing happily. You want to see the other people are defeated. That's what you want to see. I will get everything done. But I can't kill him because now he is supported by Brahmanas. I can't kill him. But your Payovrata also cannot go waste. So leave it to me. I will get his kingdom and I will send him to somewhere. You leave it to me. Strategy. Right? And Bhagavan comes. You all know the story, 3 feet. Padani, Trini, Daityendra, Sammitani, Padamama. 3 feet measured by my feet. He comes as a 10-year-old boy. And his feet is so small. He says, give me only 3 feet. His feet. Bali laughs. What a stupid bull. You came with such tejas, all of us got up. Because you were tejas. And you spoke so many words of wisdom about my ancestors. You praised us. You praised me. Having praised me, having praised our Kula, come to a man who can give the entire world, because I have 3 worlds. I am the Raja. You are asking 3 feet? Childish. I thought you were a good Brahmin, intelligent Brahmin. He said, no. Padani, Trini, Daityendra, Sammitani, Padamama. I want only 3 feet measured by me. Tribikramaihi asantushtaha na dvipena api puryate. If somebody is not satisfied with 3 feet, he will not be satisfied even with a whole island. Shukracharya says, this is Vishnu who come. Do not fall into his trap. Bali ego. What is Bali's ego? I can give whatever anybody wants. And I will keep up my word. That's also ego. I will keep up my word. But a good fellow. Therefore, Bhagavan wanted to correct that and elevate him. Correct that and elevate him. So, 1 foot holier, 2nd foot up, 3rd foot, where is the place? He was arrested. Varunapasa. He was arrested. Where is the place? My head. Because that's the only thing now left, ego, ahankara, my head. He offered. Bhagavan took off the ahankara, sent him to Sutala. In between, Brahmaji, son of Bhagavan, tries to teach Bhagavan. Poor fellow has given you everything. All that is available, down and up. What else is there? Why have you arrested you? Brahma teaching Bhagavan. Bhagavan said, you don't know anything. If I love somebody, I will take off his langota, because he should not depend on that also. If I love somebody, I will take off the last piece of cloth. This fellow is such a good fellow. Even when his guru cursed him, said, he didn't budge an inch. He kept up his word. So you mean to say I will punish him? I am sending him to Sutala, which is far superior to the Swarga where Indra is there. And then I will be security officer with Gada and Chakra. Says Prahlad also, you go with your grandson together, I am your security. And then, when Bhagavan gives, you can't stop it. Chappad marke or tappad marke? Both, is it? Chappad marke deta hai. Tappad marke bhi deta hai. I understand. Chappad paat karke. Okay. Huh? Nobody can stop him. Nobody can stop him. So, boon after boon. Sutala, you will go. I will be your security. And this Indra period over, you will go to Swarga as Indra. Right? Means what? Born in Rakshasa family, when he goes to Swarga, he becomes a Deva. Countless blessings. Right? So that ego surrendering is the Bali, this thing. Then, there, Bhagavan teaches the Devatas and Asuras. You should make Sandhi with the Asuras. What are Asuras? Your materialistic tendencies. Do not suppress. You cannot meditate. Amrita Mandan is meditation. It has to be sublimation. It cannot be suppression. Make friends with the Asuras. Together churn it. But they won't get the phala, you will get the phala. So Bhagavan is cunning. No, that is the truth. Asuras will never surrender, therefore they won't get. Suras will surrender, they will get Amrita. Immortality is got only through surrendering. So the whole thing was done. Bhagavan gave the energy through the serpent, Vasuki. he became the energy, it can take the pain. Rakshasas, he gave the strength. Asuras, Suras, he gave the tejas. Right? And Mantara fell down, he only took it up and kept. Not to fall again, on the top he sat and tried to hold the balance. Bottom, he became the Kurma. What does it mean? All through your meditation, he supports you in all forms. All through your meditations, he supports you in all forms. And when you meditate, a lot of us are afraid. Normally also, I don't get that type of thoughts. In meditation, what all thoughts I get? That's what will happen. Subconscious mind will come when mind is calm. Gurudev taught. That's how you dream also. When mind is calm, when you sleep, subconscious mind comes out. So that's called poison, halahala. When you meditate, initially all this come, people are afraid. That's a good sign. Dirt is coming out. Poison came out. Shiva took it. It went up to here. Then what for wives are there? She choked his throat. Parvati. Right? And that is over. Then when it got, that's why they don't deserve, they don't get. They snatched the Amrita and ran off, these Rakshasas. Please listen. The psychology of being a materialist. Snatched and went off. Went off. Now what happened? They start fighting with each other. I am first, you don't get. Everybody asks questions. What was wrong in Arjuna's saying, so many people will die, why fight? You don't fight. You give the kingdom. They 100 will fight to each other. You can't stop. Therefore, the evil has to be put down. And in between, this is how materialists talk of dharma. They talk of dharma. You know, Devatas also did with us, so we have to share with them because he is not getting. He is now speaking of dharma. Bhagavan saw, he came with Mohini Avatara, right? And very honest, he told the Asuras, because Asuras said, oh, you were such an angel. You serve, we are quarreling with us. We are quarreling, you serve. Bhagavan said, how do you trust a woman? Very honest. How do you trust a woman? They said, doesn't matter, we trust you. Then you should not ask me anything. All conditions satisfied. Only for these people, they were not given. Two people stealthily entered, their head was cut off, Rahu, Ketu. So, Devatas surrendered, they got immortality. Asuras fought, they are mortals forever. Na karmana, na prajaya, dhanena, tyagena, ekena, amritatva manashu. You hold on to karma, you hold on to praja, you hold on to dhana. Only martyam, only death, no choice. Tyagena, ekena, surrender the ego. Amritatva manashu, you will obtain immortality. So that is Bali Maharaj. Right? And there, not Amritamandan. Bali Maharaj have to come now. Bali Maharaj. Amritamandan I finished. Bali also I finished. But some nice thing is there. So let me say that. When Narayana is born, his Upanayana has to be done. For Upanayana, everybody has to give something. Somebody has to give umbrella. Somebody has to give the mala, Japa mala. Somebody has to give the kaupina. Somebody has to give the punal. Each one has to give something. So who all gave for Bhagavan? Let us see. Very interesting. Tasya Upaneyamanasya Savitri Savita Abravit. He has to be given Gayatri Mantra. Who gave? Straight Mother Saraswati. She herself gave it. Brihaspati Brahma Sutram. Brihaspati Devaguru gave the Punal, Brahma Sutram. Mekalam Kashyapaha. Mekalam, the waistband. Vadyanam. But the Vadyanam here is only Darba. Kashyapaha. Kashyapa gave the thing. Dadau Krishnajanam Muni Bhumihi. Krishnajanam, the deer skin was given by Mother Earth. Dandam, he has to take a stick. Who is Vanaspati? God of forest, moon. So he gives that. Vanaspatihi. Kaupina Chadanam Mata. The Kaupina was given by the mother. That was the thing you just have to hear at least. With such a beautiful thing, you should not miss. Right? Don't telephone me in the night and let me lose sleep. Have I covered reasonably? Thank you. Now Krishna. The best title for Krishna was given by ASP Aya. ASP Aya was living 2 houses after our Mrs. Nambiar's house. Judge from Kerala. His Sambandhi is a great devotee of Gurudev, Mrs. D.S. Iyer. He wrote a book, Krishna, the Darling of Humanity. That's the right title for Krishna. The Darling of Humanity. Every god you fear, but Krishna you don't fear. Krishna you don't fear. And therefore you identify. And therefore all your negative things drop, you fuse into him. You may have lust. You may have anger. You may be cruel. Having identified and hugged Krishna, these have to drop. Entry point is, he is like us. So you enter, you hug. He steals, he flirts, he jokes, he plays. My Krishna. So enter, hug. He also encourages. But after you hug, all the negative things drops because of the power of Krishna. And you fuse into him. Krishnaya Vasudevaya Haraye Paramatmane Pranata Klesha Nashaya Govindaya Namo Nama. Sri Krishnaya Vasudevaya Haraye Paramatmane Pranata Klesha Nashaya Govindaya Namo Nama. And how simple clue he gives in 18th chapter Gita. Sarvadharman Pancha also difficult. He gives much simpler. Mat chittaha sarvadurgani mat prasadat tarishyat. Mat chittaha, continuously keeping me on your head. Vasudeva kept him on his head and took. Much, and all obstacles were removed. Because he kept Bhagavan on the head. Mat chittaha sarvadurgani mat prasadat. You keep me on your head or inside the heart. On the head, Vasudeva. Inside the heart, Shakatashura. Below. Mat chitraha sarvadurgani mat prasadat. Through my grace. Tarishyasi. You shall cross over. So what you should do? Sote bhi kaho Krishna Krishna. पीते भी कहो कृष्ण कृष्ण, खाते भी कहो कृष्ण कृष्ण, रोते भी कहो कृष्ण कृष्ण, हंसते भी कहो कृष्ण कृष्ण. Right? So, Devaki was the cousin of Kamsa. Why? Kamsa is the ego. Devaki is the buddhi. All the four are same. Manaha, buddhi, ahankara, chitta. Manaha is Vasudeva. In Shastra, buddhi is feminine. Bhakti is feminine. Shraddha is feminine. Highly female chauvinists. They insult men so much. Right? All are feminine. So, cousins, Kamsa ego, Ahankara, Buddhi, Devaki, married to Vasudeva, mind. Vasudeva, why? Vasu is matter. The one who runs through them. Mind always runs through matter. Vasudeva. Right? So they got married. If they were divergent, they cannot reach the destination. They have to get integrated, head and the heart. That's the way to find Bhagavan in your heart through intuition. Tene Hruda. Hruda. Yesterday also. Devakyam Devarupanyam Vishnu Sarva Guhashayah. He is there in your heart. Don't search him here and there. Don't search him here and there. Right? So this Krishna, naturally, when they get integrated, they're locked up. They are locked up by this ego Kamsa. Now, like hala hala, all the negativities have to come up when they are in integration, meditation. All the negativities come out. Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moda, Maha, Matsarya. 6. Arishad Vargas. 6 children, all the negativities come out and the ego finishes. Now clean. You get the strength. Bala, 7th. And then comes the 8th. Vasudeva is born. Understand? These verses I don't want to skip, and I have now all the time. I have to somehow manage to go up to 11th. Before I go to that, before I go to the story, there's some lovely, lovely, lovely Sanskrit shlokas and statements. Who else will be the greatest to say anything in words? Nobody can match him, Swami Chinmayananda. Listen about Krishna. The supreme essence, born as mass of beauty and music and joy, dazzling in wisdom, noisy with laughter, ever a master of circumstances, a king of events, frisking about in life's melancholy contortions, meeting challenges with daring and confidence, at once a hero and a child of Vrindavan. At once a hero and a child of Vrindavan. About Krishna, who said, Gurudev, 5-6 passages like this. Don't do Bhagavata Parayana 200 times. Read this enough. Whole essence. Right? And then what does he say? When the world is weeping in rains, when blind despair is darkening, when do you see Krishna? When you are despair. When the whole world seems to be weeping because of COVID, Bhagavan has an answer. You don't know it. He has the answer, right? With blind despair in darkening bosom, the prison house of the body, the divine is born, the spiritual urge. Who is Krishna? The spiritual urge. Who is Krishna? When is he born? When you have shut yourself to the world, locked yourself up, and when the world is dark to you. Ya nisha sarva bhutanam tasyam jagrita samyami. Right? The mind cannot contemplate on any theme that cannot be conditioned by the senses. Mind cannot contemplate on any theme that cannot be conditioned by the senses. Right? Therefore, meditation upon the enchanting form of the immortal flute player, the human mind can readily be made to rest. Because it cannot meditate anything that is not to be reached through the senses, a human form, it can rest. Therefore, Sagunopasana. Therefore, Sagunopasana. The mind of the devotee cannot wander away a place where he is not reminded of the smile of the cowherd boy. The mind cannot run anywhere where you are not reminded of the cowherd boy. Right? And now, very important point. Neela Megha Shyama Pitambara. Neela Megha Shyama, blue. Pitambara, yellow. Blue is infinite. Blue is, sky is blue. There is no sky at all. Where is blueness? Where your eyes cannot reach. Beyond the senses and the mind, what is there is infinite. Therefore, it is blue. Eye range, beyond the eye range, it is blue. Ocean also. Water is white. Beyond the range, eyesight cannot reach, it's blue. Right? So, infinite is blue. Peacock, vanity, blue. Infinite is blue. Color of earth is yellow. Pitambara. Infinite clad in matter is Krishna, Pitambara. Infinite clad in matter is Krishna, Pitambara. Neela Megha Shyama, Pitambara Dhari. Right? Shankha Chakra Gadadhari. Calling you all the time here. Why are you suffering? Come, come, come. Why are you suffering? Oh, come, come, come. No, I have to give this fellow that money, that fellow that money. Why are you bothered about him? He doesn't exist. I am there. Who am I? I am Lakshmipati. Stupid fellow, you are scared of people who don't even exist. Come to me, calling, Shankha. Listen, he gives himself truth, lotus. Don't listen, he kicks here and there, Gada. Incorrigible, this life is wasted, Chakra. That is Krishna. He was born like that. Tamadbhutam, Balakam, Ambujechanam, Shankha Chakra Gadayudham. He was born like that. Shankha Chakra Gadayudham. Sandra Payoda Saubhagam. Mahatya, Vaidurya, Kundala Tvisha, Parishvakta Kuntalam. Uddama Kanchangada Kankana Devi Virojamanam Vasudeva Aichita. That's Krishna. Who, when, will not be thrilled when you think about him? You don't think about him, you see things that are not there. Therefore, Sampado naiva sampadaha, sampado samsmarane harehi. Vipado naiva vipadaha, vipado vismarane Vishnu. And this same theme that both the Sakara, Saguna, Nirakara, Nirguna is the same Advaitic principle. What you see outside is also the Lord. What you don't see is also the Lord. What you see, what you don't see, manifest, unmanifest, Saguna, Nirguna, Sakara, Nirakara, inside, outside. There is none other than Him. Put by the greatest Advaita champion, Shankara says, Krishna is real in history. Is real in history. He says, what is his problem if he has to take a form? Tapovan Maharaj says, the Lord who can do, who need not do, who can do otherwise. Has he difficulty in taking a form? And because he takes a form, does he become conditioned? Water has taken the form of a wave and a bubble. Water is not conditioned. Water is the same. Right? So Krishna doesn't become less by taking a form. He is not bound. And therefore, Janma karma chame divyam yo veti tattvataha tektva deham punarjanmana vidyate. What is this Janma karma divyam? Can anybody come from the womb with Shanka Chakra Gada and all that? That is divyam. That is divyam. I don't understand. Don't worry. Lift your mind to Krishna darsana. You don't understand half. I don't understand the other half. Right? You don't understand the better half. I don't understand the bitter half. Okay. So what Shankara says, and when avatars was dealt in the 3rd chapter of the 1st skanda, various avatars have been told, and when it comes to Krishna, Vyasa says, Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. He is Sakshat Param Purusha, Nirguna, Saguna, Bhagavan only. He is not an avatara. He is that only. He can take the form, he need not take the form, he can appear to be in the form, he need not be appear to in the form. You cannot size him. You cannot size him. Bhagavan Swayam. Krishnaha karshati, scraps, vasanas, plows. Karshati, akarshati, attracts. Jagad agha karshitvam. Agha, since. Karshitvam, scrapping. Khadaya drushtihi Krishna namate vetanot. He is become popular because of that, by the name of Krishna. Narayanayam, champion of Narayana, there are the guts to talk. Krishna, bhuvachaka shabdaha, nascha nivritti vachakaha, tayoho ekyam param brahma Krishna abhidiyate. Bhuvachaka, matter, pitambaradhari. Na, ananda. Na is ananda. Together, Satchidananda. Pitambara, Nelamegashyama, Pitambaradhari. He is called Krishna. He is called Krishna. Right? And then one more passage from Gurudev. Name, the nameless, formless reality, with its inherent power, throws forms who are enamored with other forms, lose sight of their nature and experience grief, pain, and death. Right? So, Vasudeva Katha, Prashnaha, Purushan Teen Punati. Three people, the story of Vasudeva, it's not three. Three categories of people. It's not three. Three categories of people. Punati purifies. Who? Vaktaram, one who speaks. Pruchakam, one who asks. Srotaram, one what to get. Vaktaram, Pruchatam. In between, whoever hears. All of them, Punati Trayam. Right? And Kamsa was taking these people in the thing. Pati Pragrahinam Kamsaha Abhashyaha Asharira Vak. When he was taking Asharira Vak, said, Asyaha Tvam Astamo Garbo Hantaya Vahase Abuda. First title. Abuda. Stupid fellow, unintelligent. Buddha, intelligent. Abuda, you are taking them, my sister, my cousin. Their eighth child is going to kill you. What does it mean? All of us are pampering this body. My. Pampering other bodies. My. Right? And this my will become the source for ultimately killing this. When it expands, it encompasses totality, Sarvatma Bhava. This is destroyed. Right? So, Abuda. Second title comes later. Manda, Daled. Kamsa had got 2 Nobel Prizes. And then Vasudeva pleads, just married, your sister, please don't kill. He doesn't listen because he is afraid he will die because Ashari is said. Right? He said, you children are going to give. Why are you killing him? Eighth child only, no. Eighth child, why now you are killing her? Doesn't listen. Then he says, every child born, I will give it to you. Every child born, I will give it to you. He thinks, because even today, however bad the kings are, dictatorship, they are afraid of public opinion. அப்புறம் எடிட் பண்றீங்களா some politics. And Vasudeva, being a Sattvic man, true to his word, brings the first and gives. Kamsa says, you are a man, word of honor. So, eighth child only is going to kill me. So take back this. Bring the eighth child. Kamsa was better than Narada. Narada goes and tells them, how do you trust these devas? Where from they count the eighth? Do you trust these devas? How they count, where they count? And give up. Kamsa got flabbergasted. So he put both of them in jail. Every child he started killing. Why did Narada does it? That's the way. Kamsa has to be liberated. Kamsa has to be liberated. Whenever Narada takes anything to anybody, it's the benefit of the entire world. It's not for one or two, all world. Same thing Durvasa. Durvasa's 2 episodes, Ambarisha and Draupadi. He glorified them through his action. So that's what Bhagavan does. Right? He takes all the blame, but blesses you. So Narada is like that. And then Pratiyatu kumaroyam. You take back this child. You take back this child. Asmad aste nahi me bhayam. I don't have fear out of this. Only the eighth child. Astamat yuvayoho. Yuvayoho astama. Your eighth child only, you know. So you take back this. But Narada doesn't allow him. Nandadya ye Brajagopa yaschamisham cha yoshitaha Vrishnayoho Vasudevaya Devakyadya Yadustriya. Hey, do you know Vasudeva? Sorry, Nanda, Yashoda, and all the Gopas, Gopis, he's telling Kamsa, they're all Devatas come to settle your account. They're all Devatas who come to settle your account. You trust them? Who are the monkeys? All Devatas in Ramayana. Nala, Nila, Anila, all the Devas. Vayuputra, Indraputra, Suryaputra, Ramayana. All Devas. When God plans, He makes the setting perfect. You cannot do anything with that. He makes the setting perfect. So Narad Muni says, they are all bound to settle your accounts. You trust this man, you trust this, and then he puts them and tries to finish off one by one. 6 are gone, and when the 7th has to be done, Bhagavan api Vishwatma viditva kamsajam bhayam yadunam nijanathanam yogamayam samadhishat. God knowing what Kamsa is going to do, because he is there in everybody's heart. Vishwatma. Vishwatma, he called his sister Yogamaya. He called his sister Yogamaya. Soundarya first sloka, anybody knows here? Brahma cannot create without Saraswati. Vishnu cannot maintain without Lakshmi. Shiva cannot destroy without Parvati. Soundarya Lahiri, first sloka. Na Prabhavati, something is there. Solunga, Mike solunga. Solunga sir, ellarum kekattum sir, nalladhu. Enak keta enakku eppudiyum kekadhu. Mike vechalum kekadhu.
Hello. Shivashaktya yukto yadi bhavati shaktaha prabhavitam nachedevam devo nakalu kochalaga spanditumapi atastvam aradyam harihara virinchadi birapi pranantam stotum va katam akrita punya prabhavati.
Brahma cannot create, Vishnu cannot maintain, Shiva cannot destroy without the better off. Right? So therefore, our Krishna also calls his sister. Come here, I got some work for you. Sisters, when they come, you give them work, they will do. But you have to also give back something. They won't do for nothing. So he says, this is what I will give. This is what you do. What she has to do, what he will give, all is said here. Gacha Devi Vrajam Bhadra Gopa Gobihi Alankrutam Rohini Vasudevasya Bharyaste Nanda Gokule Anyascha Kamsa Samvigna Vivareshu Vasantihi. Rohini is there and other people are also hiding there. Kamsa Savigna Devakyam Jatare Garbham Sheshakyam Dhama Mamakam Tat Sannikrishya. From the Devaki, the 7th this thing, Sannikrishya, extract and place it in Rohini's womb. And take that and come back and people will say miscarriage. Right? Rohinya Sambare Samvare. Ata Aham, then second step for her. First, you have to do this. Second, Aham Bhagena Devakyam Putratam Shubhe Prapsyami. I will become the son of Devaki Putra. What you should do? Yashodayam Nanda Gopanyam Bhavishyasi. You be born there. You be born there. I will be born here, you be born there. Exchange will be there. I will rule, you will be killed. But doesn't happen because it's Bhagavan's plan. It is Bhagavan's plan. He won't be killed. Right? We'll see. Beautiful words. So what he says, Archayashyanti, now promise, agreement. You do this, what I will do, Archayashyanti Manushyaha Tama Namadheyani Kurvanti Durgeti Bhadrakaleti Vijaya Vaishnavi Iticha Kumada Chandika Krishna Madhavi Kanyaketicha Maya Narayani Ishani Sharadeiti Astiketicha. All the human, this thing, they will call you with all these names, worship you. They will worship you, they will call you with all these names. They will build temples. Whole Himachal Pradesh is this. All these names are there. Himachal Pradesh. Right? So they will worship you, praise you. So please do this job. Right? And she agrees and everything is done. Bhagavan is born. Before Bhagavan born, all the devas come there, see Yashodamma, Devaki Amma, pregnant, and start praising Satyavatam, Satyaparam, Trisatyam, Satyasya Yonim, Nihitancha Satyam, Satyasya Satyam, Ruta Satya Netram, Satyatmakam Tvam Sharanam. All Bhagavan, Satya, Satya, Satya. Praise and all that goes a long way. Then they go back. Then the delivery happens, midnight. When you have shut yourself to the whole world, when it's dark everywhere. Nishite tamavudbhute jayamane janardane devakyam devarupinyam Vishnuhu sarva guhashaya avirasi yatha prachyam deva indureva pushka. It didn't say he was born. Avirasi, he manifested. He manifested. Indureva pushkalaha, like the moon on the full moon on the eastern side. Is full moon born? Is there ever? You are going round, you are missing him. Moon or full moon is not born. You are going round. So also Bhagavan is not born. Avirasi. Whenever conditions are ready. When you are prepared. When you are prepared. And then, when Bhagavan is born, all your bondages are cut off immediately. The chains by themselves got dropped from Vasudeva and Devaki. Doors open, and he goes out taking Bhagavan and this thing, goes through Yamuna, flooded water so that others cannot follow, pouring rain, others can't see. Bhagavan has to be protected, umbrella Vasuki, Ananta Shaina. With Bhagavan's protection on the head, Prakriti also blessing you, Ananta Shaina. Walk through the flooded challenges of life, reach a safe place, sattvic place, where all the devas are there. Rajabhumi. Raja, dust. Rajas. Rajabhumi, where there is no dust, where there is no rajas. Rajabhumi. Right for the spiritual life that is born to develop, blossom. The spiritual life that is born has to further develop by eliminating some more rakshasas. By eliminating some more. It needs a sattvic place, not kingdom, Madhura. That's not a place for spiritual life to develop. Therefore, Bhagavan was not born in his palace. He was born in the prison house and grows in the sattvic atmosphere of Rajabhumi. And then, I have 5 minutes more. As soon as he born, he starts lecturing. That's why he's called Jagat Guru. One day, Jagat Guru. His job is to teach. Just born, starts teaching his parents. I have been born to you thrice. You wasted all lives. Twice earlier you wasted. At least now you wake up. You were, for your own personal desires, prayed me, and I was born. You wasted everything. Now at least this life, you make use of me and get liberated. How do I do it? Brahma bhavena, putra bhavena, asakrit, chintayantau, krita snehau. With the understanding that I am Brahman, with the love that I am your son, integration of the mind and intellect, chintayantau, contemplation, krita snehau, trying to invoke me through your love. Yasyate madgati param, you shall reach me. Madgatihi param gatihi yasyate. Right? So having said that, and the next child, 7th Balrama, 8th exchange happened. Now this girl who is there, Sumar, girl, quack. All the people went and told, Kamsa, 8th child is born, but not a man, W-O man. It is W-O man, more powerful than a man. Right? She was born, and then tam gruhitva charanayoho jata matram swasuhu sutam. Swasuhu, sisters, sutam. That child, jata matram, just as he was born, apotayat, hit Shilapruste on the rock. As soon as she is born, she is pleading. He took her, took the feet, apotayat. And that's how he was liberated. Because he held the feet of Maya, Amma, and he was liberated. Right? Swartha unmilya sauhridha. Because of his ego, selfishness, that goodness, relationship, all was covered. Satad hastat samutpatya, she slipped from the hand. Sadyo Devi, Ambaram Gata, went up. Adrushya Anuja, Vishnoho, Sayuda Asta Mahabhuja, 8 hands with all the weapons. Kim Maya Hataya Mandaha, Jataha, Kalutava, Amtakat. What is the use of killing me, dullard, Manda? Your eliminator is born elsewhere. Your eliminator is born elsewhere. Then something very beautiful happens. She slips and goes. This fellow, Ayyo, I have tortured you. I have unnecessarily killed your 7 children, put you in jail. And now she slips and says, somewhere is born. What a crime I have done. Realizes. Really, he says all that. What a crime I have done. Kam gatim. What will be my gati with this type of crime? Daivamapi anrutam vadati. I didn't know even God tells lie because they are Achariri. Achariri said, 8th son will kill. Daivamapi anrutam vadati. Even God speaks lies. He releases. He releases. Then he is growing there. One by one, negativities, inside, outside come. There he gets eliminated till there is deep meditation, Rasa Leela. And after that, one by one happens. Ultimately, the ego, Kamsa, is eliminated. Right? So that all we'll see tomorrow. We start with Putana. Putana Samharam tomorrow. Okay?